Let's dive into something that is without a doubt one of the most crucial skills any leader can have. We're going to be looking at leadership communication, strategies for impactful influence. And let me tell you, this book is basically a roadmap to completely change how you connect, how you inspire, and ultimately, how you get things done.
So, have you ever stopped and wondered about this? I mean, you've seen it. There's one leader who can just walk into a room and get the whole team fired up about a vision. Everyone's on the same page, feeling that energy. And then you've got another leader whose messages just kind of vanish into thin air. So what's the real difference? Well, according to this book, it's not 100 little things. It all boils down to one single fundamental problem.
And they give it a name: the leadership communication gap. You know what this is. It's that frustrating, expensive space between what a leader thinks they're saying and what the team actually hears, understands, and acts on. This gap, that's where morale dies, where great ideas get totally lost in translation, and where brilliant strategies just completely fall apart.
Now check this out. This is one of my favorite visuals from the book because it just makes so much sense. It shows that communication isn't just some nice-to-have soft skill. No way. It's the absolute bedrock of success. See how it builds from the ground up? You got to start with that solid foundation of communication. That's what makes real engagement possible. That engagement then fuels productivity. And only then, on top of all that, can you get to that peak performance. If that base is shaky, the whole thing crumbles.
And let's be really clear here, this isn't a small issue. The consequences are so real. The book dives into how this gap leads to frustration, terrible morale, and so many missed opportunities for innovation. It even points to huge companies like Kodak, who really struggled to adapt because of internal miscommunication about where digital was heading. I mean, the stakes could not be higher.
Okay, so how do we actually fix this? How do we close that gap? This right here is where the book gets incredibly powerful. It doesn't just point out the problem. It gives you a clear, actionable framework to solve it. And it's all built on what it calls the pillars of influence.
And here they are. This is the secret sauce. The book breaks impactful communication down into these 5 interconnected pillars: clarity, authenticity, building trust, fostering collaboration, and managing change. Now, this isn't just some random list. It's a strategic model that shows you how to build influence step by step. Let's just touch on a couple of these to give you a taste. Everything, and I mean everything, kicks off with clarity. Think about it. If your team doesn't actually understand what you're saying, nothing else you do is going to matter. The book is full of strategies to help you cut through the corporate jargon and deliver messages that are simple, direct, and basically impossible to misunderstand. This is step 1 for getting everyone rowing in the same direction. All right, next up, you absolutely need authenticity. This is all about being real, being genuine. When your team sees that you're communicating from an honest place, it builds this incredible level of credibility. You know, people don't just follow a job title, they follow a person they actually believe in, and authenticity is how you earn that belief. And here's where the magic happens. When you combine that crystal clear clarity with genuine authenticity, you get the single most valuable asset a leader can possibly have: trust. The book calls trust the currency of leadership. And honestly, that just hits the nail on the head. Trust is what makes real collaboration happen, and it's what allows you to guide your team through tough changes and uncertainty.
Now, this all sounds great in theory, right? But does it actually work in the messy, real world? You bet it does. One of the best parts of this book is that it's just packed with real-world examples of leaders who live and breathe these principles, showing us exactly what it looks like in action.
I mean, just take Satya Nadella at Microsoft. He came into a company that was famous for its cutthroat, siloed culture. So how did he flip that script? The book analyzes exactly how he used open communication as his #1 tool to tear down those walls and rebuild the entire culture on a new foundation of trust.
And the book goes even deeper, pinpointing the exact skills he used. It wasn't just about him talking more. It was about empathy and active listening. By creating a place where every employee felt like they were truly heard and understood, he unlocked this massive wave of innovation and teamwork. It's a perfect case study of these pillars at work.
The book also looks at leaders like Jacinda Ardern. Her response to national crises is held up as an absolute masterclass in empathetic leadership. By communicating with so much compassion and clarity in moments of intense fear, she was able to bring a whole country together and build just a profound level of trust.
And this illustrates another key lesson from the book: adaptability. The best leaders don't just have one style they stick to. They are masters at tailoring their communication to their audience and the specific situation. Whether you're talking about Mahatma Gandhi addressing all these different crowds, or a CEO like Piyush Gupta making complex text sound simple, the principle is exactly the same. Connect with people where they are.
And honestly, these examples, we're just scratching the surface here. The book goes way beyond these big ideas to give you a full-on strategic toolkit that any leader can use.
Seriously, this is a complete guide. You get whole chapters on understanding your audience, on structuring messages that really land, on developing your emotional intelligence. It covers how to lead through crises, how to use technology to communicate better, and even how to build the cultural intelligence you need for today's global teams. It is all in there.
And maybe the most important part is that this is not some dry academic textbook. Not at all. It's designed to be a practical, hands-on roadmap. Every single chapter is filled with actionable strategies you can literally start using tomorrow, all backed up by those powerful real-world stories we've been talking about. So, if you feel like you're ready to go from being a leader who just gives directions to one who genuinely connects and inspires, well, it's time to close your communication gap for good. Everything you could possibly need, the frameworks, the strategies, the examples, the inspiration, it is all waiting for you right inside leadership communication. This really is the complete guide to unlocking your true potential for impactful influence.
Don't wait to become the leader that your team truly deserves. Grab your phone, scan the code right there on your screen, get your copy, and start your journey to leading with real clarity, purpose, and impact.